Hi everyone, my name is Habiola, and on today's topic, I'll be talking about the cyber attack life cycle resilience. And here are my objectives. My first objective is to describe the step that should be taken at each of the 8 stages of the cyber kill chain to prevent an attack. My second objective is to identify the potential motives that usually satisfy the mission of attackers. And my last objective is to explain how to apply the cybersecurity lifecycle, cybersecurity framework, and methodology to establish a cybersecurity program that supports an organization's strategic and business initiatives. And here is the concept of the cyber kill chain. The cyber kill chain is a model created by Lockheed Martin to analyze the steps involved in a cyber attack. Its goal is to help organizations develop a proactive defense strategy by identifying and disrupting the different stages of an attack before it reaches its final objectives. So the cyber kill chain aims to enable organizations to develop a proactive defense strategy that can be identified and disrupt each stage of the attack. So this strategy framework not only helps in understanding the attacker's mindset and techniques, but also provides a comprehensive set of methodologies and practices to establish a robust cybersecurity program that aligns with an organization's strategy and business objectives. So by implementing the principle of cyber kill chain, organizations can effectively safeguard their critical assets and minimize the potential damage caused by cyber attack. So, and here are the stages of the cyber kill chains that we have. We have the reconnaissance, we have the weaponization, we have the delivery, exploitation, installation, command and control, action and objective, and we have the exfiltration. And on this stage is to describe steps that should be taken at each of the 8 stages of the cyber kill chain to prevent an attack. So the cyber kill chain is a concept used to describe various stages of a cyber attack. So from the initial reconnaissance phase to the final stage of data exfiltration. So the first stage of the cyber kill chain is the reconnaissance. Reconnaissance is where attacker gathers information about their potential target. So in order to prevent this, it is essential to regularly monitor and analyze network traffic, detect any suspicious activities, and employ intrusion detection systems. It's also good for organizations to limit the availability of their sensitive information and educates employees about the importance of maintaining privacy and confidentiality. The second stage of the cyber kill chain is weaponization. So weaponization involves the creation of malware or other harmful tools. So in order to prevent weaponization, it's always good for organizations to ensure that all software and systems are regularly updated with the latest security patches. So by implementing strict access control and employing endpoint protection solutions, organizations can also minimize the risk of malicious software being installed on their systems. And the third one is the delivery stage. Delivery stage involves the actual transmission of the malware or exploit to the target network. So to prevent this, organizations should employ email filtering system to identify and block suspicious emails or attachment. Regularly employee training on identifying phishing attempts and practicing safe browsing habits can also significantly reduce the risk of successful delivery. And the next one is the exploitation stage. The exploitation stage focuses on taking advantage of vulnerabilities in the target system. In order to prevent exploitation, organization needs to conduct regular vulnerability assessment and penetration testing to identify and patch any weaknesses. An organization needs to employ application control measures to restrict unauthorized software execution. By implementing strong access control and network segmentation, organization can also limit the potential impact of an attack. The next one is the installation stage. So the installation stage involves the actual installation and execution of the attacker's tools or malware. In order to prevent this, organizations need to implement the principle of least privilege to restrict user permission. So they also need to employ robust endpoint protection solution that can detect and block any malicious activities. They need to regularly scan the system for malware, and any suspicious file can also will be detected during this period. This can help to identify and remove any potential threat. The next one that we have is the command and control. The command and control stage involves establishing communication channels between the attacker and the compromised system. So in order to prevent this, organizations should regularly monitor network traffic for any unusual or unauthorized network. So employing intrusion prevention system and firewall can help detect and block any attempt to establish command and control channel. And the next stage is the action on objectives. The action on objective stage refers to the attacker's activities once they have gained access to the target systems. So to prevent this, organizations should implement strict access control, regularly monitor system logs for any suspicious activities, and employ user behavior analytic tools to detect anomalous behavior, regularly backing up critical data and storing it in a secure location can also minimize the impact of any potential attack. And the last one that we have is the final stage, which is the exfiltration. Exfiltration involves the unauthorized extraction of data from the target system. In order to prevent this exfiltration, organizations should employ data loss prevention solution to monitor and control the flow of sensitive information. Regularly monitoring outgoing network traffic and employ encryption technique can also help protect against data leakage. So by understanding and implementing preventive measures at each stage of the cyber key chain, organization can significantly enhance the overall security posture and effectively safeguard against cyber attack. So continuous monitoring, regular employee training, staying up to date with the latest security technologies are key to mitigating the ever-evolving threat of a digital landscape. And then on my next slide, I'll be identifying the potential motives that usually satisfy the mission of attackers. So one of the common motives for attacker is the financial gain. Cybersecurity criminals often target organizations and individuals in order to steal valuable financial information, such as credit card details or banking credentials. So they will also engage in activities like ransomware attack, where they encrypt valuable data and demand a ransom in exchange for its release. So financial motive can highly lucrative for attackers, making it a significant driving force behind many cyber attacks. So the first main one, like I said, is the financial gain. So many cyber attacks are motivated by the prospect of financial benefits, such as stealing sensitive financial information, conducting ransom attack, or engaging in a fraudulent activities. The second one is the recognition and achievement. Some individuals or groups may carry out cyber attack to gain recognition, establish notoriety, or prove their hacking skills. This could have been driven by personal motives or a desire to be recognized within certain online communities. The third one is the insider threat. Insider threats come from individuals within an organization who misuse their assets and privileges to compromise security. So this can be intentional or unintentional and may involve employees, contractors, or business partners. We also have the political motivations, which are the activism. So activism involves using cyber attacks to promote a political or social agenda. So individuals or groups engaging in activism may defaced website, leak sensitive information, or disrupt online services to make a political statement. We also have state actors. National states may conduct cyber operations for various purposes, including espionage, sabotage, or gaining a strategic advantage. So state-sponsored cyber attack often involve well-funded and highly skilled attackers. So the next one is the script kiddies. Script kiddies are usually who use pre-written script or tools to conduct cyber attack without a deep understanding of the underlying technology. So they may engage in hacking, just for fun, curiosity, or to prove their abilities. And the next one is the DDoS attack. The DDoS attack is also known as a distributed denial of service. So DDoS attack aims to overwhelm a system, network, or a website with a flood of traffic, rendering it unavailable for users. So DDoS attack can be financially motivated, used as a distraction, or part of the activities. We also have social engineering. Social engineering involves manipulating individuals to divulge confidential information or perform action that may compromise security. So techniques include phishing, pretexting, and impersonation. We have corporate espionage. Cyber attack for corporate espionage involves stealing proprietary information, trade secrets, or intellectual property for the benefit of a competing organization or a foreign government. We also have brand damage. Cyber attack can harm an organization's reputation and brand by exposing sensitive information, causing service disruption, or engaging in activities that erode customer trust. So all these motives and threats highlight the diverse landscape of cybersecurity challenges. So organization needs to implement a comprehensive cybersecurity strategy that addresses these various threats, taking into account technical, procedural, and human-centric aspects of the security. So this may involve a combination of preventive measure, detection and response mechanism, employee training, and regular security assessment. And then on my next slide, we'll be talking about the cybersecurity lifecycle, cybersecurity framework, and cybersecurity methodology. So this is now to explain how to apply the cybersecurity lifecycle, cybersecurity framework, and methodology. So cybersecurity lifecycle is a continuous process that involves identifying, protecting, detecting, and responding to and recovering from security incidents in an organization. So its purpose is to improve the organization's cybersecurity and effectively address cyber threats. We also have the cybersecurity methodology. Cybersecurity methodology refers to the strategic approaches and techniques used to protect computer system, network, and data from unauthorized access, exploitation, and attacks. So this methodology involves a combination of technical, procedural, and administrative measures aim at identifying vulnerabilities, mitigating risk, and ensuring the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of a digital asset. So by employing various methodologies such as encryption, intrusion detection system, firewalls, and access control, organizations can safeguard their information technology infrastructure and minimize the potential impact of cyber threat. And then we also have the cybersecurity framework. A cybersecurity framework refers to a set of guidelines, standards, and best practices that organizations and individuals can utilize to protect their computer system, network, and digital assets from potential cyber threats and attacks. So it sets up a comprehensive approach to assessing, managing, and mitigating risk, as well as establishing effective protocols and controls to safeguard sensitive information and maintain the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of a data. So the framework encompasses various elements such as risk assessment, threat intelligence, incident response, network security access control, encryption, and employee awareness and training. So we have 5 different cybersecurity lifecycle, and the first one of them is to identify. So identify in terms of the cybersecurity lifecycle is a very crucial step in cybersecurity process. It's used to determine what needs to be safeguarded, what kind of data needs to be safeguarded, where is this data stored, what information is essential for the organization, what is the operating environment and system that is provided for customers. So in order to prevent any potential risk, it is important to have a thorough understanding of the network, protocol, topography, asset, and server. So this includes gathering detailed information about the operating system, application, network, drive, hostname, IP address, and tools used by the organization. So this information can obtain through discussion, interviews, and forum within the various teams. We also have protect. So after identifying the network security and vulnerabilities, it is now time to protect your system. So this phase is the cybersecurity lifecycle. It's also known as the mitigate phase, as it reduces the identified risk. The system should be aligned with the company's policies and rules. So the team should be educated on the various techniques available in the industry through a series of training. So understanding the different level of the assets and grants in the access control, ensuring the protection of data through security measures. So protecting information and implementing procedures, this involves handling, storing, and transmitting sensitive information. So the next one that we have is to detect. So regardless of the level of protection a system may be or may have, it is still susceptible to compromise due to the increased threat that we have today. So during the detection phase, the system can recognize attack signatures and determine the extent of activities occurring within the affected system. So security tools should be capable of identifying both the normal and malicious activities. So this can be linked to, like, for example, like a firewall in a house or in an office, which promptly detects fire and alerts the environment. So this is what an intrusion detection system looks like. You should be able to detect an intrusion once it has occurred, and should closely monitor attacks originating from within the system. So this is very important to always put in consideration, that you have to be able to detect whenever you have any malicious activities that is going on the system. And the next one that we have is the response. So for response, once an anomaly or breach is detected, the organization is required to take action. So this action is categorized as stage 4 of the cybersecurity lifecycle, known as the response stage. So the effectiveness of your organization's ability to control and minimize the consequences of a breach is determined by the action taken during the stage. So continuously enhancing and acquiring knowledge from past incidents to avoid similar breaches in the future is very important. So one essential aspect of preparing for this stage of the process involves developing a cyber incident response plan, CIRP. So this plan should clearly define the action that staff needs to take in the event of a breach, taking necessary actions to minimize the impact of a breach and stop unauthorized movement within your network. Ensuring clear communication within stakeholders, law enforcement, and other relevant parties during and after any breaches. So that's all for today, and I hope you find it helpful. And thank you so much. And here are my references, and do have a good one. Bye.